Right, midday through the week. Let's take a look at our alerts for today, Wednesday, the 24th. This morning we had a no trade zone open, and we warned everybody of a choppy morning, which it was. First hour was definitely very choppy. Options were just not gaining any traction in either direction, and hence our first alerts within the first hour did not perform very well. For example, this one for IWM, we were estimating at least 25 to 84%. But we didn't get any of that as it just stayed choppy. It didn't really gain any traction, so it didn't really move. So it actually ended up closing in the red. If anybody opened, I don't think anybody took this trade anyway. The market was pretty clear that we were going down today. Now, QQQs. Our first alert was at 849 for puts. Again, we had the 594 puts at 35 cents, estimating at 32% with our machine learning, and at our target at 110%. We went well beyond both of these. It still chopped around quite a bit. Again, until that second hour, that's when our next alert came in for the QQQ puts at 595. So at 9:33, 10:33 Eastern, we looked at 595 puts, looking for a target price of 595.93, and we blew way past that. We were looking for 145% minimum gain on our machine learning estimate at 98 cents, and we went way beyond that. So our two alerts got an average gain of 440 potential gains. 2 for 2. We had a 545 on the 595s and 336 on the 594s. So the 594s went to $1.57. And the 595s went to $2.58 for a massive run today for those. SPY, we had one alert, average gains of 181. This one came in at 853. Again, it chopped around for a little bit there. And this one actually alerted again a little bit later, but we don't post the same alert twice just because I don't have a way to count on this. Otherwise, we will get bombarded with multiple alerts. But the second alert was estimating we were going to do around 545% or so. But it didn't post because we had already posted this one. So as you can see here, we got 181% on this one and 1 for 1. Yeah, I think the second alert came in at 17 cents. So 27, I think it went down to 17 cents. And it was recommend it was going to do a lot better, which it did. All right, let's take a look at SPX. SPX recommended calls. Obviously, these didn't do any good today. And this one came in at 8:35. Again, yeah, these early morning ones didn't play out too good today. Especially after we said it was going to be a no trade zone. All right, our puts channel, we had two alerts. These were for the Qs and SPYs. So again, these 336 for one, 181 for the other. So similar to the ones we've already seen on the other channels. Okay. And then our ML channel, this is a broad channel still in the testing phase. It's just basically to test our machine learning model to make sure that it is working properly as we start targeting specific levels. So in this instance, we're looking for 90% or more. And out of those, we got 15 alerts. 12 out of the 15 were positive, meaning they at least broke above zero. But 6 out of 15 broke over 100. So as you can see here are the top fives. The rest of these, again, this is still in testing as we start improving our model. But so the first couple of alerts obviously didn't do any good. Then we started by the fourth alert at 853 QQQ puts. We're looking at 336, SPY 181, HUT calls at 72%, QQQs at 545, right? And so on and so on. So as you can see, the winners came in back to back for the most part. Once they started coming in, they came in together or one after another. And then as the day reaches its peak or bottom, then it starts to draw down. And obviously, the later on the day it is, the worse they're not going to perform as well. And then SPY picked up again at 12:35. And that was the last one. Shut the system down at 1 o'clock.